Okay, Gemini, your planet is retrograde now officially for a couple of days, a few days, right? Really shuffle, come on, Gemini. This is going to be your second proofread for the month of October, okay, Gemini? I keep saying that. Ooh. Okay. I think I had some coffee, so I'm like, oh, but this is kind of like your energy anyway, right? Whoa, flop. Bam. So something definitely came down hard. Do 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 do. I'm using a new deck. I'm looking for a new deck, baby. But I am. Okay. So here we go. Let's see what your first card is, Gemini. Seven of Wands, right? Learning to believe. Learning to keep pushing through. Maintaining a sense of will, right? I am being careful. You are being careful. You know, you are also trying to balance a lot of things that are going on here. You might even be feeling like opposition, right? Or you might just be thinking about opposition. You might just be thinking that things are worse than they are, you know, in some kind of way. It's weird because this is Mars in Leo, but it's also Mars being in a fiery sign. So this is like you feeling kind of motivated, but it's motivated because you are sensing how there's opposing energy, you know, in some kind of way. You are aware of your responsibilities, right? And I feel like you are acting as such. You're taking on a leadership role here with the Seven of Wands. And it could be in terms of like moving forward with something and relating and in travel, or choosing to move, choosing to change something. It's difficult, but it's almost kind of like the challenges are showing you what you are made of. You're kind of like proving to yourself what you're made of in some kind of way. You don't necessarily, you're like reluctant to trust whatever this is. You're kind of a little bit reluctant to trust moving forward. But do it, go ahead. It's saying do that. It's about choices. It's saying that you have options, right? Just maintain an awareness about what your options are, even when you are experiencing adversity and opposition. And that's hard. Depending on what your situation or what, yeah. There we go. Three of Swords. This is beautiful. It's probably one of the most beautiful Three of Swords I've ever seen. And look at that behind us, right? But this is okay. This is like, you know, realizing, you know, is thinking about flexibility, remembering, you know, learning as well, and learning from the growth, right? Is something paying off? Is an environment paying off? Is a job paying off? Is, you know, what's being communicated to you through the situation or through the environment that might be making you feel some kind of way. It's weird because both of these are related to the 7th house of Libra. So we're dealing with relationships, and we're dealing with responsibilities that come with relationships. You know what I mean? Like that type of thing, and trying to maintain flexibility within the relationship, even though things are difficult. And then it could also be like with work. You know, there could be some things going on with work too, because the 3 of Swords is Saturn, which is a sign or a planet that deals with work. But then it also, Libra is a sign that deals with, you know, the pleasures of work. So it's we're like, is there any satisfaction that's coming from this environment, right? And you know, you're weighing out the pros and the cons and that type of thing, right? 8 of Swords. Okay, so it's like you're thinking about what is interfering or what is getting in the way. You are getting in your own way, actually, and that's kind of like what you have been afraid to admit to yourself, probably. You know, you may be afraid to admit that you are getting in your own way. This deck is very eclectic. It's very Aquarian, right? These are from the same deck, honey, the Pride Tarot, right? So yeah, you may have been getting in your own way, right? Leo, Mars, and that's Mars being 5 houses away from where it naturally wants to be in Aries, right? So commitments, that type of thing. Institution, family. All right, so I think that I just like prematurely turned it over. So let's see what's going on this other side. So the 7 of Wands is here, and we got the Knight of Cups here. The Knight of Cups is Pisces energy coming in, so a situation is changing. This is a beautiful card. Damn, who is that? Okay, so this how I'm feeling is like attraction. I'm feeling love. I'm also feeling kind of like difficult to understand, difficult to feel. You know, a mix of emotions, but there. So someone is like, you know, you're having mixed emotions about something, definitely. And it could have something to do with a water sign. It could be a Pisces. Could be an Aquarius, because the Knight of Cups is 1/3 Aquarius, right? Yeah, for sure. It's like you could be hearing from someone. You could be hearing from someone that you used to love. I'm just used to being someone you love. Whatever that song is. Okay, Gemini. Oh, you got the Strength card. Yes, behind the 3 of Swords. Work with that heart there. Come on, Leo. Right? Gemini, so you could be dealing with a Leo. You could be dealing with a Libra. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could be dealing with Aquarius. Or another Gemini for sure. You could be dealing with a Scorpio energy here. You know, and the Strength card is saying don't fight what you know is true, and don't fight the situation because you're actually being like taught something, and it's coming from like a sacred divine lesson. That's what's happening here. You know, you're being tested, definitely or you were being tested, and you're now going into a second phase of this test. You know what I mean? Maybe, you know, something's happening. And the Strength card is here. Okay? And it is saying that you need not fight. And you need not experience any type of... Don't let the external world dictate what your actions are. Or what you do, right? This is saying being strong, you know, obviously the Strength card, stay encouraged. And it's all about learning, right? You have evolved, okay? With the Strength card being here. And it's like not fearing what you cannot control. Strength card is not fearing what you can't control. And behind the Eight of Swords, right? Because the Strength card came up and here's the Eight of Swords, not fearing what you can't control. And behind that, we have something that looks like the Aquarian tarot here, the Knight of Wands, which is Sagittarius, but it's also 1/3 Scorpio. So it's kind of like breaking free of some limitations or breaking free of emotions or you know, that were holding you back, or leaving those emotions behind you and going on a quest of exploration. This is intellectual exploration. This is philosophical exploration. This is emboldened self-exploration, you know, and it's like taking a risk and trusting yourself, right? Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there, Gemini. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, and if you're watching on Instagram, follow me there. And, you know, my personal account is NYC Kendrick. And if you would like to get a reading, email providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com.